So I'm not in Washington, D.C. I'm in Austin at the state capitol. And I've got a little political message. Now, let me be clear that I've tried to make sure that I don't get that political that often. But I didn't sleep very well last night, and therefore I feel the need to say something. And it relates to my blog post this morning about peripheral vision. As we get older, you actually see the effects of what you do long term a little bit more. You're also able to see the collateral costs and benefits. When you're younger, you tend to focus on a singular thing and get really fixated on that, not realizing there's collateral costs and benefits. In fact, Carl Jung said that holding opposing thoughts and the attention of the opposing thoughts is the ultimate sign of wisdom. And that's also known as cognitive dissonance. Well, I bet Mitch McConnell's having some serious cognitive dissonance right now. Is he going to be a partisan or a patriot? Because honestly, no matter what your stripes are, listen, I worked in Washington, D.C. in 1979 for a Republican congressman that I had worked for in 1978 to try to get him elected. I was a huge Ayn Rand family reader. My family was Goldwater people. So I come from Republican stock. I've not been a Republican in my lifetime since about age 20. But I will say that right now, we all need to come together and say, this is a time where we can actually feel some healing if some smart steps are taken. This is what Mitch McConnell said when Anthony Scalia passed away. By the way, Anthony Scalia, when he was actually approved by the Senate, was approved 98-0 in 1986. So he said, Mitch McConnell, just 3 years ago, said the American people, 4 years ago, said the American people should have a voice in the selection of their Supreme Court justice. Therefore, this vacancy should not be filled until we have a new president. Well, sir, Mr. McConnell, it's time for you to eat your own dog food on this one. Scalia died in February of 2016. And that's when McConnell said, listen, we're now in September, almost October. There are GOP presidents who have nominated centrists. Anthony Kennedy was nominated, David Souter, John Paul Stevens, who else? Sandra Day O'Connor. Even Justice Roberts has become a bit of a centrist. So maybe you should actually, Mitch, maybe you should consider a centrist. Let's also recognize that RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg, died on Rosh Hashanah, which is really has a huge symbolic meaning about a new time, a new day, a new hope, a new year. Maybe that is the message that we need to hear. And having the peripheral vision to actually see that how you will step into your leadership, Mr. McConnell, is going to be your legacy. So are you going to give appreciation to Miss Ginsburg by being a real big gentleman, RBG? Or are you going to be a riverboat gambler and gamble this country and your reputation, what's left of it, based upon how you treat this opportunity? Find a centrist. If you're going to go and take this, in my opinion, wait till there's a new president, because that's what you said 4 years ago. But if you're going to move forward, go get Merrick Garland. He's the guy who, unfortunately, 4 years ago was the political pawn, who's a centrist. All right, that's all I got to say. Sorry to be political today, but peripheral vision will tell you whether this man, Mr. McConnell, is going to be a partisan or he's going to be a patriot.